Good evening, everyone. We've got a fixed computer. Oh, I cannot tell you the excitement that I have with a computer that actually is going to render things at over 60 FPS. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how excited I am. It's going to be a great evening. We're going to jump in the flight deck here. You've got me. You've got everything you want to see. You've got the throttles. You've got the controls. You don't really want to see me, but I'm here. And MTB, what's going on, man? Good evening. Good to see you. And we're going to fly down to Palm Springs. It's nice to actually have a sim that is running at more than 5 FPS. That's actually pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started here. Believe it or not, the entire thing, the entire issue I had was my RAM was running at the wrong frequency. It was, for some reason, running at 2,667 megahertz instead of 4,000. That breaks things. So, anyways, we got that figured out. All right. We've got everything here. We are good to go. We're going to start getting this airplane ready to go here. Done some preliminary stuff with the aircraft here. We also have our iPad here. You can see we've got the iPad ready to go, so you guys are able to see what I am looking at as well. That'll pop up here in just a moment, and we'll get this flight started. Should be a nice 2-hour ride down to Palm Springs, looking like good weather most of the way. Are you talking? If you're talking about the default Boeing 737, it's because it's a default airplane and they don't code that stuff correctly. We've got our iPad. We're ready to go. If it's iFly, then it depends if you did everything correctly in the FMC. There could be a lot of reasons why it's not working. All right. Well, we are here on the flight deck. We're going to start with our just initial flow here with the airplane here. We're going to test the leading edge devices. The FO already did the IRSs. Wonderful, that's good. Let's do a lights test. Yeah, unfortunately, if it's a default airplane, the default airplanes are not made properly. It's not necessarily Microsoft's fault. It's just they don't really know what they're doing. So that's probably why it's not working properly. All right, let's jump into the first thing first. Let's go ahead and come up with a final fuel number here. So the block fuel 22.2, it'd be 22.3, min takeoff 21.8. I'm going to take 22.5. I'm happy with that number. We also have an alternate of Los Angeles, and we could probably drop that for some reason if we needed to, but I don't foresee that necessarily. Looking at the flight deck in the FMC here, we are a 737-900ER with split scimitar winglets. AREC 2603 is good. We are at Portland. And we will flight plan request, set the payload, and select the route. Route's going to go ahead and uplink. Go ahead and load the route. It's looking good so far. We're Portland, Palm Springs, Alaska 425. We've got the route loading here in just a second. We're planning on 28 left. We'll call for clearance here and get that going here. Route uplink is loading. We will activate it. We won't execute it yet. We're going to be off runway 28 left. 28 left on the Cascade for departure to Putz. That's going to be to Pittvy, Quebec 11 Apaski, Ayyy, and then the Sizzler 4. I'm expecting... should be the fun approach here. We're going to be landing on runway 13 right. Approach 13 right. We're planning on the Arnav Zulu, runway 13 right. That's going to be a fun approach. I've flown this one before. It's pretty exciting. So Arnav Zulu 13 right. It's going to be the Sizzler 4 from Ayyy. And it's going to come from Fern. Kasky for the putts, direct to Pit V. Quebec 11 to Pasky. Oy Vane the Sizzler 4. That looks good. We'll do the Perfinite real quick here. We've got, let's see, Final Res and Alternate 6.8. We'll do 6.9. Got a cost index of, I believe, 60. Nathan, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. Skystream, there must still be an assistance option set somewhere. There's got to be something that's still set. There's got to be an assistance somewhere. I don't know where it is, but that would be my guess. I would go through and make sure everything is turned off there. We're going up to flight level 350. We have a cruise wind of 230 at 57. Outside air temperature deviation of +5, so it's going to be -49. And that looks wonderful. Let's go ahead and route and wind request. And we'll go ahead and proceed with the flows more here. Portland, let's look at the weather here in Portland. The altimeter is 3011. All right, so we've got 3011 is set. Set it here on number 2. All right, 3011 is set, and we'll go ahead and finish up our overhead scan here. So that's looking good. I also realized we need to load from another. We're in 453. And I think it's already loaded 453. It did, so we're fine. We don't need to do any of that. Let's go ahead and get the fuel pumps on. Fueling is ongoing, so I'm happy with that. And then we'll get the center pumps on here in just a moment once we get fuel in there. Everything is good there. My flows are going to be kind of southwest flows because that's really the only way I know how to fly the 737. We're going up to 350. And landing in Palm Springs, the airport elevation is 470, so 450. Perfect. Let's do a lights test. Just doing a lights test here. Everything is looking good. I'm happy with that. Our lights are working. All right, it's going to be my leg. We've got all that set. FS2 Crew also really loves to change my transponder. It will do that to me on Pilot Edge sometimes. I'll forget. It happens a lot when I live stream now because before I wouldn't talk all that much unless I was talking to air traffic control or FS2 Crew, but occasionally maybe talking to my partner Carl or something like that. Yeah, they would just give me a random transponder code, and then I'd have to figure out why they did that. So yeah, they love to just change things around on you. We'll do a light test here, make sure everything is working good. Everything should be. I'm noticing these lights aren't coming on. So that's the only fault I noticed, and it's not actually a fault in the airplane, that's just PMDG. Let's go ahead and do list test. Good. Good. Reset. Good. Check our systems. I'm happy with all that. Brakes are set. Let's do a fire test. That there. Do another fire test. Good. Check the, there we go. The air is good. And I'm happy with that. Let's put this away, and very good. Airport, traffic. per airport traffic. We got 22.5. That's good. Let's go ahead and put the seatbelt sign on. They already did, so we'll just make that chime there. And we got a cruise wind uplink. Let's go ahead and load that. Looking at all of our outdoor stuff. We'll go ahead and start the APU. We're supposed to be out of here in about 5 minutes, so we'll go ahead and try and make that. All right, we'll go ahead and execute that desk forecast. And let's go ahead and load that. No, I was responding to Nathan above you. No, there's Skystream. There's got to be an assistance. Just changing your radios. You still have to have ATC on or something. If there's any sort of remnants of default ATC, your plane must be talking to them. All right. Great. Let's go ahead and get our clearance. Portland clearance is going to be on 21.2. All right, let's go grab a clearance. Portland clearance, good day, Alaska. I actually don't know what my call sign is.
Alaska 425, Portland clearance cleared to Palm Springs. Cascade for departure with the PUTS transition, then is filed. Climb via SID except maintain.
They just knew what I was asking for.
Departure frequency 118.1, squawk 1136.
All right, Alaska 425, clear to Palm Springs, Cascade for departure as filed. Climb via SID except maintain 10,000, departure 118.1, squawk 1136.
Alaska for 25, read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground 121.9 for pushback and engine start, Alaska 425. Alright, ground is 0.9. Tower is going to be, for 28 left, is 2377. Are they still using 10? I guess we should have looked at that really quick. ATIS Windsor 3303, so they're using actually 10. That's good to know. It's going to be off runway 10 right. Cascade 4 to PUTS. PUTS and then a pit V. Okay, they're using runway 10 right.
Delta 2764, request taxi.
So, alright. No issues there.
2764, runway 10 left.
Yes.
Runway 10 left.
I think it's any build Palm Springs. There's another Palm Springs, but I think I'm using the any build one.
Alaska 540, contact Portland Tower 23775.
Over to Tower 23775, Alaska 540.
Didn't know they got a British controller here in Portland.
Gate Echo 10, request pushback and engine start.
Okay. Wouldn't be a stream without a cup of coffee.
Portland ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
It's actually my first cup of coffee today. I'm a little messed up. My drive to work, the Dunkin' that I go to every single day. I am there every day in the morning. I get my large coffee with cream every day. That Dunkin's closed for renovation, so I have no Dunkin' on the way to work. And there's a Starbucks down the street, but I gotta go past work and then come back, and I'm usually late. I'm running late anyways, so I can't really do that. I mean, it's not a big deal that I'm running late. I'm the boss, but I still have to kind of be somewhat on time for myself. And it's really thrown me off. I've had like no coffee today. I'm surprised I don't have a pounding headache from no caffeine. Okay. we've got all that set. Let's see, we need the center fuel pump on. Oh no, I don't, trust me, I don't get all that sugary bullshit. It's just it's coffee and cream. That's it. I drink it for one reason and one reason only. I need the caffeine. That's it. Okay, we've got all that. What happened there?
Southwest 3134.
All right, actually, it's, oh my god, what am I doing? Like that. Okay.
Runway 10 left. Victor, Kilo, Southwest 3134.
Let's go ahead and
Alaska 1008 at gate
run the
Charlie
numbers.
10, request pushback and engine start.
So Portland, we're going to be off runway 10, right? The runway is wet. We'll run optimum off.
Alaska 1008.
Let's get our weight in there. So it's going to be 160,600. That's why I get Dunkin'. It's $3. It's $3. That's all it is. I know that's a little expensive still, but it's part of my routine now. All right, the wind right now is 3303. The outside air temperature is 13. The altimeter is 3011. Oh, good lord. Yep, don't be smart and change it to 30.11. I think it's fucking 30,011 inches of mercury. Okay, that all works. Let's go ahead and plug this down here. So N1s, it's going to be, let's see, I never ever use this. It's going to be 51 over 16. We're going to be doing takeoff 2, 51 over 16, flap 5, gives me 88.8, 89.1, that works. It's going to be 42.53, 56. And then runway 10 is going to be 103 on the course. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and do the checklist, and let's get the hell out of here. We'll call GSX up here for now. Let's go ahead and put the beacon on, call GSX. Yep, you go ahead, release the ground power. You can do everything you need to do. Let's go ahead, release, door management, close all.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alright, arm them. That's not what I want to do. And pull the chocks when you're done. And let's go ahead. Close all of them. They're all disarmed. We're good there. They're disconnecting that still. And the chocks are out. Alright, we'll do all the checklists right now. So, the pre-flight checklist. Oxygen. Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches, normal, auto. Pressurization mode selector is auto. Window heat is on. Flight instruments, we've got 3011 set. Parking brake is set and start lever is cut off. Pre-flight checklist complete.
Locking gear.
Alright, thank you, door. Let's go ahead and shut you. Wonderful. Let's get my seat in position. All right, before we got a call for on the map. Let's see, we're using runway 10. I don't know how they push. I don't know how Straight back to there. Wonderful.
Release parking brakes, please.
Let's go ahead and put the transponder on. Above. Alright, before the checklist, flight deck door closed locked. Fuel is 22,500 pounds. Pumps are on. Passenger signs are on. Windows are locked. MCP V2156, heading 103, altitude of 10,000 is set. Takeoff speeds V1. 142 VR, 153 V2, 156, set. City pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trim free and 0. Taxi takeoff brief complete. Beacon light on. Forcer checks are complete. The only other thing I need to do is set the trim and we'll get out of here. That's all good. Performance trim was 5.5. Wonderful. Going over to 1-0, right? Portland ground, Alaska 425, gate Charlie 7, push.
Alaska 425, Portland ground, pushback approved. Face northwest.
Pushback approved, face northwest, Alaska 425. Oh, come on.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There you go. Skystream's right here on the EFB right here. 5.5. So you match up 5, that's 6, so roughly in between 5 and 6. Alright, let's do packs off. Spin 2. Alright, we got N2. We're looking for oil pressure and then N1 as well. It's oil pressure. We have N1. There goes fuel. Alright, so we got fuel flow, we got light off, EGTs coming up correctly. Once we get to 56.2 on the N2, it's going to cut out. There's the starter cutout.
Please set parking brakes.
Brake stack clear to disconnect. Thanks for the push. Have a nice day. Alright, we're good to go there. Let's go ahead and isolate. And ventilate. And we'll go ahead and spin number 1. Once again, we got N2 coming up. Be looking for oil pressure and N1 rotation.
Unlocking gear.
So oil pressure is N1, 25, introduce fuel.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Oh, I'd love a 25-cent cup of coffee, man. I actually kind of wonder. I mean, the bag. This is Dunkin' Donuts coffee, of course. The bag from Dunkin'. I think it was $10. I wonder how many pots of coffee I actually get out of it. I actually do pretty decent amount, I would say. All right, we got the starter cutout. There is the ramp agent. Goodbye. He's got the pin. Very good. Let's go ahead, put that to continuous, and then we can run our after start flow. All right, standing by flaps. Flaps 5. We're going to do a control check. Perfect. So the before taxi checklist, generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice is off, isolation valve is auto, engine start switches continuous, recall checked, auto brake RTO, engine start levers, idle detent, flight controls checked, ground equipment clear, before tax checks complete. Very nice, Sky Stream. That's going to be a fun night. I don't have that much planned. I am severely sleep deprived. So I'm only flying down to Palm Springs and I need to go to sleep because it's starting to become that time of year that I got to go to work every day. So I have to be to work early and then I don't get home until late. But 5 pound Maxwell House, I mean, hey, really this stuff is purely for caffeine. Although I'm weird, I can drink a cup of coffee now and go to sleep. I'm whacked out, but but I can wake up off it too. So I don't know. There we go. All right, let's call for taxi. Alaska 425 request taxi.
Alaska 425, runway 10 right taxi via Tango, Mike, cross runway 03, continue taxi via Mike, Bravo.
All right, runway 10 right, taxi via Tango, Mike, cross runway 3, continue taxi via Bravo, Alaska 425. All right, that's an easy one.
Taxi via Tango, Mike, cross runway 03, continue taxi via Mike, Bravo.
Runway 10 right, taxi via Tango, Mike, cross runway 03, Mike, Bravo, Alaska 425.
Negative.
Oh,
Taxi
you...
via Tango, Mike,
That's...
cross runway 03, continue taxi via Mike, Bravo.
Runway 10 right taxi
There we
via
go.
Tango. Mike, cross runway 03. Continue taxi via Mike. Bravo.
It's so easy to
Alaska
drop over
425.
$100 in the sim now. It's so freaking easy. I love it though. I mean, last night, I don't know, I bought... Well, Salt Lake City was free, but it would have been like $25. I bought that thing. I still need to install the wheel thingy so I can get rid of this toolbar up here. I just didn't have time yet. And I don't know, that was like $60, and then... Oh, and then I bought the 900 yesterday too, so that was $20. That was $80 yesterday. That was the easiest $80 I ever spent. Hello.
Approaching 2-1.
I like the GTN 750. I've messed around with the GTN 750 in here, and I also did, back in the day, I did a little bit of flying with a guy in his Citation, and he had 750, and then by the end he had dual 750s in there, and they were nice. They were good units. All right, right turn here onto Bravo, and we're going all the way down to the end. We'll do the.
Ramp Bravo 8 taxi via Bravo 5, Tango.
All right, before takeoff checklist: flaps 5, green lights, stab trim 5.5. Before takeoff checklist complete. All right. All right, we're down at the end of the runway here. Let's go ahead and load up the Cascade 4, and we'll contact tower on 2370. Wait, off 10 right is 2370. All right, 2377, departure is going to be 18-1. All right, wonderful. Portland Tower, Alaska, 425, ready to go, runway 10 right.
Alaska 425, Portland Tower, wind tree 0 at tree, RNAV to river, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV to river, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff, Alaska 425. All right. 10 right is verified, the final is clear.
Approaching 10 right.
And we are RNAV to river. We got LNAV and VNAV armed.
On runway 10 right.
All right, let's go fly him. Set takeoff thrust. Oops. Set takeoff thrust 88.8. Gear up.
Alaska 425, contact Portland departure.
Switching to departure, Alaska 425. Good aim. Alright, there's 1,000 feet, so accelerate. Flaps 1. Portland departure, good day. Alaska 425 is out of 1,700, climbing via the Cascade 4.
Alaska 425, Portland departure. Radar contact.
Flaps up.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
I'm going to maintain 17,000, Alaska 425. I clean up the airplane. Let it accelerate. Per Alaska SOP, we're flying with the HUD. Oh, what a lovely day climbing out of Portland here. It's feeling very nice and calm. Airplane's feeling great. My sim is running properly now. So it actually feels like I'm flying an airplane now, and it doesn't feel... I would say that was probably the worst part that I couldn't explain to anybody. Let's get the autopilot on. My sim not running the way it was supposed to, you know, a couple days ago, even up to yesterday. There was like a lag between my control input and what I would see on the airplane. The latency was actually like weirdly high, and it was actually making it really difficult to fly the airplane because I never felt like I felt like I was always behind the airplane no matter what I did. I always felt like it was just the airplane just didn't feel correct. So it's really nice now that it's running properly and I can actually fly, and it feels like I'm flying the airplane. It feels like what it's supposed to feel like. I hadn't felt flying the airplane like this in a while. And I don't know when that changed. I don't know how that changed, but it changed. So it feels really good. The airplane feels so responsive now, and it just feels so good to fly again and just be happy. I just realized we don't have music. Sorry about that, boys. I feel bad. I just literally realized we have absolutely no background music. Coming through 10,000 feet. I guess this isn't southwest, so we can turn off all the lights. We don't have a climb checklist, so that'll do. Let's go ahead and grab some pictures outside. Need some thumbnails. I think I'm going to be flying Alaska a little bit more.
Portland, Alaska, 610, 900 feet.
Alaska, 610, Portland departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180, Alaska 610.
That last one was a winner there. All right, we've accelerated nicely. Loving the no range arcs. I cannot tell you guys how happy I am flying an ND without range arcs. When Southwest didn't have range arcs on the ND, God, those were good days. We used to have single queue, no range arcs. Oh, man. Can I go back to those days? Over to center 125.8, Alaska 425. Seattle Center, good day. Alaska 425 is out of 14,700, climbing to 17,000. Climb and maintain flight level 350, Alaska 425. All right, 350 it is. Let's see if we can get a direct here. Let's look at the routing here. We kind of can't. We're good. We're already flying that way, and they won't give us all the way to pit fee, so we'll just fly to putts. That's fine.
Skywest 4149, contact Seattle Center 124.2. Contact Seattle Center 124.2, Skywest 4149. Ryzen Air 2025, contact...
Coming up on the 18,000 here. We'll go to 2992 in a moment.
Contact Portland Ryzen Air 2025.
It's 18,000 feet, standard set. We'll say I'm really, really, really enjoying flying Alaska. 900's a solid airplane. Yesterday was my first time flying it. I really, really like it. I think I like it even more now that my sim's running properly.
Skywest 3857, flight level 301.
Gonna look at getting my Airbus set up in here working. I'm gonna fly some Airbus stuff here pretty soon. I'll probably fly the, we'll have to learn it together, but I'd like to actually learn the A350. There's a lot of really cool routes we could do there. And I really like flying Emirates. So some Emirates A350 ops would be a lot of fun.
Southwest 3134, contact Seattle Center 121.4. Center on 1.
We're also gonna have to, once we get up to cruise, we'll check out some news. We'll talk some Flightsim stuff. We gotta look at, we might even play some GeoGuessr again. And then we gotta start planning out our week with Southwest now that my sim's running right. All I want to do is fly all day, every day, baby. When your sim is not running right, and you know it should be running really well. It really makes it so not enjoyable. You get in it every day, you're looking forward to it, and it's just not running right. It's just not at the level that you know it can be, that it should be. And you just get to it, and it just wasn't the vibe. So I think my content was lagging a little bit. I think I was lagging a little bit just because it just wasn't, I was just upset and unhappy with it. And what makes me most upset with it is, one, I had the settings turned like way down, and it still was running like shit, but two, it doesn't look good for you guys either. So that was really upsetting me. So I cannot explain the sheer happiness I have right now flying this and having it be at the level that I want it to be. Over to center in 128.15, Alaska 425. Good day. Seattle Center, good day, Alaska 425 is out of flight level 230, climbing to flight level 350.
Alaska 425, Seattle Center, good afternoon.
I'm gonna go open up the sliding door here real quick. It's actually kind of hot.
November 1621, Mike, Seattle Center. Expect O-City train with the O-City transition, runway 7. Expect O-City train with the O-City transition, runway 7, November 1621, Mike.
It's becoming that time of year that we actually need to use the AC and open up the windows. It's nice. It's not nicest for me, because that means I have to work a lot now. The winter time was a big vibe of hanging out. Pencil God, what is going on, man? It's working. It's working really well, man. On to PAL. Where is that? Actually, don't know where that is. Oh, Palm Screens, baby. It'll be fun. Last I checked, they're landing runway 13, so we should be able to take the this really fun RNAV RNP approach into Palm Springs, which is really cool.
Seattle Center, WestJet 1789. Good afternoon. Flight level
It's,
30.
yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to flying this into Palm Springs. That's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, we just got some good vibes going. Now that we're kind of in the cruise, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of take the pad here, kind of send that away. This way you're not... This way we don't have to sit there and stare at it the entire time. Guys, you'll also have to let me know what you think of the chat window. Do you guys want that there? Do you prefer it gone? Do you prefer this? Do you actually prefer seeing your chats on the screen? Let me know what you think. Ah, it feels so nice. I got the window open, or not the window, but the sliding door to the patio open. Oh, I can feel the nice cool breeze. Wow, that's a vibe. Working on a little short I'm gonna do as well. It'll get posted up to YouTube here in a couple of days. Doing a little tour of the flying gaming room here, and where my flight sim is. I think that'll be a kind of a neat thing for you guys to see. Well, I'm glad you... Good. I'll probably keep it up. I like having it. I like having you guys see it. I gotta figure out how to make my chats look... I gotta figure out how to make the window look better. I just haven't gotten around to it. All right. Yeah, it's... I gotta figure out how to make it. So this chat window is the restream chat window. And I need to figure out how to actually get a chat window in. Actually, let's see if we can do that now. Let's see what I can find here. Let's see.
Seattle Center, November 568, Juliet Charlie, flight level tree, 9er.
See if I can figure out how to put chat in nicely.
Contact Seattle Center 127.6, see you.
Contact Seattle Center 127.6, Jet 766.
All right, there's 34 for 35.
November 1621 Mike, contact Seattle Center 132.6. Have a good afternoon. Center on 132.6, November 1621 Mike.
Ba, 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 ba. I'm gonna try and get the get this chat looking a lot nicer.
Seattle Center, Alaska 1225, descend via Hawks 8, flight level 380.
Alaska 1225, Seattle Center, radar contact.
Ba, 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 ba.
Seattle Center, Alaska 1025, flight level 360. Alaska 1025, Seattle Center, radar contact.
Well, I'll work on that. That's gonna be kind of a thing. I think I know how I'm gonna do it, but that might be a tomorrow thing. It might not be an on-stream thing. All right, there's 350. Seatbelt signs off. Settling in now for the nice cruise down to Palm Springs. I'm looking forward to this one. Should be pretty nice. Let's go check out the wing view here.
Skywest 4944, Seattle Center, radar contact.
We're back in the flight deck. All right, so a couple of things here. Let's see here. Let's recenter our view. Let's do the usual. Let's go check out Chrome. Grab this. Put this. We'll just keep that right there. Oh, let's see what's going on in the world of FS Elite. Ooh, we have the results from the Flightsim Awards 2026. So I think I remember voting on this stuff like a while ago. But let's check this out. So best freeware tool was Auto FPS. I don't use that. I don't know. I think that it makes sense what it does, so I'm glad that that did really well. Fly-by-wire A380, that makes sense. Solid airplane. I'm going to be flying that on stream pretty soon. Freeware aircraft for X-plane. Zebo, not surprising, although it looks like I'm surprised. There's 33% here, and the other 2% is just like I'm surprised that there's such a high percentage of other stuff that's just like elsewhere. Best freeware aircraft for DCS. I don't fly DCS. Best scenery item for MSFS. he builds Manchester. I'll have to go check that out. I haven't flown to Manchester, so that's gonna have to be something I check out. Again, I don't use X-Plane. Best aircraft add-on. He builds A350. We're gonna fly that. We're gonna be flying that pretty soon here. I mean this in the nicest way. I'm so happy that beat out PMDG, the 737. I love PMDG. I love the 737. I mean, hell, I use it basically every freaking stream. Or I'm flying like their 777. It's been the same airplane now for a long time. Now, the 700, I know, I bitch about it. It's taking forever because it's supposed to have a new model. I'm curious to see what that new model is going to actually end up looking like. But we needed somebody else to win that, so I'm really happy that Bill's A350 won that one. X-Plane, I guess the Flight Factor 777. I know that that's a really good airplane, so I'm not necessarily surprised by that. The Wing, Wind Control, MCDU, FMC, yeah, that's a freaking winner. I mean, even for me, the Wing 737 MCP that I have here, this was in Glareshield. This was probably going to be the best purchase I've made all year. And the crazy thing about that is this is so much cheaper, and it's replacing the unit I had up here, which cost over $1,000. I had an actual 737 MCP. It was from where was it from? Can't remember where it was from. It cost me over $1,000. The Wing one is better, which is crazy to me. It costs a fraction of what I paid for the expensive one, and it's a better unit. So if you don't have the Wing 737, definitely go get it. I don't know about their FMCs. I know a lot of people that have the FMCs and they really like them. I use Cockpit Simulator for the FMCs. I'm a little more particular about those. We've got master caution fuel. Center pumps off. I'm a little more particular when it comes to FMCs, especially because it's something that it's so tactile. I am using all day, every day. I probably, if Wing would have had a Fans 2B FMC that didn't have the, I gotta switch this over to auto, and we're just gonna make that go there. If they had the fans compliant CDU that looks like this. I probably would have bought that one, but they don't. So Cockpit Simulator is who I went with, and I'm going to be getting that. It's supposed to be here on Tuesday. So, and then I'm going to have a dual FMC setup, which is pretty cool. I'm going to make this FMC that I have here my right FMC. It's going to go over here. I'll use this FMC for the stuff I do on the right side, usually a lot of like loading up the fuel and payload and stuff like that. And we could even use it for ACARs. And then we'll be using the main FMC here from Cockpit Simulator, the Fans FMC. And we're going to be changing our airplanes over to the Fans FMC units, the Fans 2B FMC units. Because that's what Southwest has on basically every single one of their airplanes, and I'm fairly positive like everybody else here in the U.S. does as well. So that's why I made that switch, and then it's going to work out well. It'll match. I think it'll match the 777 FMC as well. So when I fly the 777, it'll be bang on. Just the color would be different. I know people that have built full-on entire 737 cockpits from, while not stealing, stolen parts, actual parts from like scrapyards. Unfortunately, I don't have that money. I'm gonna need to either win the lottery or become a lot better at golf and win a lot more golf tournaments to get that kind of money. It's not out of the question. Over to 127.6, Alaska 425. Is that the frequency you gave me? 27.6? Seattle Center, Alaska 425, flight level 350. All right, back to this stuff. Outstanding hardware, yeah, we all know that. The Hover Award, sure. The A320, the Phoenix, big Phoenix update, yeah. That was the best update that we had, by far. Best tool or utility, payware, Navigraph charts. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Thank fuck GSX didn't win. If GSX would have won, I probably would have just left off my patio. Ugh. Why people like GSX? Never understand it. Let's see, Moby Flight. DIY, that makes sense. I wish SPAD would have gotten up there. I don't think a lot of people know about SPAD. SPAD is also very, very powerful. I use SPAD and Moby Flight for all my different stuff. Yeah, get the Phoenix stuff. It's really, really good. It is high quality Airbus. Absolutely. I definitely recommend you get it. Innovation Award, Winctrl, absolutely. They absolutely deserve that one. Rising Star, Boris Audio. Yes, I will say though, I am actually, and I might be shunned for this. I like the default PMDG sounds better. I've decided I like the default PMDG sounds better. They seem, they just seem more true to life to me. I don't know what it is about it, but they just seem better. The Boris sounds, I think sometimes they almost sound, I don't know if they're like too refined. Like things sound too, I don't know. I think these are better. I just think they sound better. Community Contribution Award, maybe. One day, many years from now, I will have a name somewhere in there. But as of right now, EasyJet Sim Pilot, yeah, Flight 2 Sim, Kenko, Oz Flight Simmer, yep. All the people I would expect. On all people I watch. Best freeware scenery, World Update 20 Japan. Never used it, so couldn't tell you. Best freeware scenery for X-Plane. Cleveland? Who made a good... Cleveland? Who made a good I gotta check this out. Cleveland? Really? Who made a Cleveland scenery? I gotta check this out. Tell you if it's real or not.
Southwest 1940, Seattle Center. Expect Hawks 8, runway 16 right. Expect Hawks 8, runway 16.
As a Clevelander, we're gonna review this, and we'll see what we think. I'm also gonna put this here so I can actually kind of look at you and do this. Okay. Flew into this airport on Sunday. I'm here all the time. This is my home airport. Let's check this out. Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. What a fucking airport. Okay, there's the IX Center, yeah.
Contact Seattle Center 2485.
Contact Seattle Center 2485, Skywest 5594.
Ground markings look pretty legit. When I used to work the ramp for American, we worked over here and over here. Be curious to see if these gates are shown, because I know these gates. Charlie 3, Charlie 5, Charlie 7, Charlie 9, Charlie 2. I know those gates very well. I've spent many of hours out on the ramp by those gates.
27. Contact Seattle Center 128.15.
Center on 128.15, Alaska 1227.
This is the new employee shuttle pickup area. Thank God they changed that after I left. The employee shuttle used to drop us off right over here, and it was right where I used to be able to get in to enter airside, and I didn't have to walk all the way down the terminal. It's great. Frontier gates. All right, very good so far. That is the new configuration for the taxiways. Oh, baby, Cleveland Airport's just... You just want a bunch of garbage. Okay, this is a little... That Sheridan Hotel's gone. That's no longer a thing anymore. Used to be that used to be Continental Express Maintenance. That was a maintenance hangar over here. I remember growing up, this ramp area out here. If there's any other pictures, we'll see. But this ramp area used to be full of Crash 8s and E145s back in the day. I remember seeing all those out there driving down the bike, going past the airport. Flew out of Charlie 27 like 2 weeks ago. Going to Dulles. Checks out. Atlantic over there is correct. That terminal looks good. This is, I think it's still a United Sky Club in here or some bullshit. Ah, Southwest. The gates look good. B7's not Southwest anymore, but that just changed like 2 weeks ago, or not even 2 weeks ago, like 2 months ago, sorry. Old control tower. Looks good. Ramp, what used to be ramp. I think that's City ramp now or something like that. I think it's City runs that. Ah. Yes. The taxi lineup all over here. That's correct. This actually looks really good. This is actually very, very, very accurate. This is where the airport, the employee shuttle. So the employee parking lot is actually like right over here. The employee parking lot's over here. The shuttle used to take us off, used to drop us off right over here. And like I said, it was perfect. Right over here was a door I used to go through to get to the air side. And American was over here. So you used to go through the door here and then walk down under here to get to ops. And yeah, it looks good. This is Parcher's TSA is like right over here. Okay, looking very good. Yep, there's our little mural wall. Oh yeah. All right, this is pretty good. This is pretty good, I have to say. And I guess this is like where the shuttle goes now or some bullshit. You know, for all the times that I've driven into here, I don't know if I've ever noticed this, the logo right here. Next time I drive to the airport, I have to go check that out. I don't know if I've ever noticed that logo right there. That's it. What the heck? All right, well, okay, very good airport. I will say that looks a lot like Cleveland. Okay, hang on. We'll come back to best aircraft painter Hughes. Yes, best customer support. Who the fuck are the 10% that voted for PMDG? They have the worst customer support. They're horrible.
Alaska 652, Seattle Center. Expect Alpha 4.
PMDG?
Runway 35 left. Expect Alpha 4, runway 35 left.
Best aircraft painter Hughes, Atrium, Javiation. Yep, that all checks out. Aterium, sorry, not Atrium. What the fuck am I talking about? Aterium. Yep. All very good. I actually don't know these two. Pretty much everything I use is either Javiation or Hughes. I have a few Aterium. Lifetime Achievement, Navigraph, Magnus from Navigraph, yeah. And I would say Ostermeyer probably is a good is also a really good option there from X-Plane. Someone that doesn't use X-Plane, that's still he definitely deserves that. Oh, percent add up to 100 as the remaining amount is where users selected skip. Okay, that's right. Okay, so that's where some of these other percentages come from. All right, well, very cool. That was interesting to go through and check that out. B-Build shares aircraft dev update.
Executive 101, contact Oakland Center 128.8. Take care. Contact Oakland Center 128.8.
Oh boy.
Executive 101.
As much as I want to fly the L1011, I'm not dealing with. If it's like super OG with no FMC, I'm not doing it. That's for damn sure. I want to do it, but if it doesn't have an FMC, I'm out. I do like that they're doing like a paper flight bag thing though. That's pretty cool considering that iPads really
November 198.
weren't a thing. So I definitely like that. That's pretty neat.
Climb and maintain 10,100. Altimeter 3009er. Turn right, heading 290. Climb and maintain 10,100. Altimeter 3009er. November 1.
This is pretty cool though. The L1011 looks really, really, really good. I will say.
Alaska 1138. Contact Oakland Center 128.8.
I like that they have the OG snacks and like potato chip bags and everything there. That's really cool.
Alaska 652. Descend via Elder for arrival.
Did the L1011 have a lounge like a downstairs lounge by the
3005.
and like one of the like the cargo would be? That's fucking dope.
Landing runway 35 left.
Why don't we do that?
Alaska 652.
Why is that not a thing anymore? I know why that's not a thing anymore, but you know how fucking cool that would be?
Alpha Romeo, resume own navigation. Roger, resume own navigation.
That's so fucking
November
cool.
198. Alpha Romeo.
That's so fucking cool.
Southwest 1940. Contact Seattle Center 128.15.
Oh, I'd love to go back to that.
128.
Although, of course, what would happen nowadays is you'd have this, it'd be like Spirit. Someone would fucking try to hide out down there and get into another flight. They'd find them down there to deplane the airplane, get the police to come drag the fucking invalent off the airplane, and then the airplane leaves late, and it's a whole thing. Back in the day, that had to be really cool. That's so fucking dope.
Contact Oakland Center 128.8.
Ah, the A220. This is an airplane I will be interested in learning, and I will be flying for sure. I will fly the A220. I'm excited for this airplane to come out. I think the thing I'm most excited for about the A220 is the fact that it's an airplane that is not only brand new, but like I don't know really anything about. So it's going to be a completely new. The systems and everything is going to be totally 100% brand new. It's going to be an airplane that I have absolutely no idea about it beforehand going into learning the airplane. That's really good. That's going to be really, really cool. I'm excited for that. Because like even learning a new airplane, like let's say I'm going to learn the 777. It's still a Boeing airplane. Like I still understand the logic that's going to happen in this airplane. Sure, it won't be exactly the same as another Boeing like the 737, but for the most part, as I say with the Airbuses, now that I kind of understand the Airbus a little bit, you know, when I go to fly the A350, do I really know that airplane all that much? No, but do I kind of understand how an Airbus works? Yeah, so I could probably figure that airplane out. The A220, I know nothing about. I don't know if it's Airbusy, because I know it's really a Bombardier. It really should be the C series. So I wonder, is it a CRJ-ish kind of thing that we got going on with the systems, or what is the? I'm excited to learn that.
Mapping G Sierra Seattle Center.
That's gonna be a real fun airplane to learn. The one thing though that I'm not sure about are the actual. I don't know how I like the map actually looking like that. We'll have to find out. We'll have to see what I think. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that all that much. But we'll see. The FMS looks interesting. I would assume that's got to be... I don't even know what that's like. That FMS looks extremely foreign to me. It is kind of neat that you can actually get your chart overlaid into the on the ND. Again, though, I don't know how much I actually like flying with that. I don't know if I would like that. And I really don't even know, is that SOP? Do people even really use that all that much? I don't know. That looks good. We're gonna fly some JetBlue ops.
Air Canada 599,
Delta. That'll be
contact
fun.
Seattle Center 128.15. Center on 128.15, Air Canada 599. Have a good one.
Their A380, that'll be pretty neat. That's pretty cool. It's cool to see them out with the airplane actually taking pictures and whatnot. I think we've seen that already. I think that that's been shown already. That looks good. Over to 128.8 Alaska 425. Good day. Oakland Center, good day, Alaska 425, flight level 350.
Alaska 425, Oakland Center, roger.
Damn it, Chrome was in the way.
Oakland Center, Horizon Air 2030, flight level tree 50.
Horizon Air 2030, Oakland Center. Delta 2287, contact Seattle Center 127.6.
Center on 127.6, Delta 2287, take care.
A couple more screenshots. You never know when you're going to need those. Tell you what, I am really pumped for the arrival into Palm Springs. That's such a fun arrival. That RNAV approach is going to be a lot of fun. What is this passenger 2? What is this? Oh, it's airline management. I guess that's kind of cool. I've never been a big fan of these like airline management simulators. I'm a pilot. That's what I do. Yeah, this would be too much.
American 2448, flight level 282.
American 2448, Oakland Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Climb and maintain flight level 310. American 2448.
Falcon.
1971, contact Oakland Center.
So there was this Falcon when I used to work. I worked the ramp a little bit at there was this Falcon. I worked the ramp a little bit at Cuyahoga County Airport. Controls away for a second. I worked the ramp for like a winter and a half at Cuyahoga County Airport, which is like our little GA airport. It's 20 minutes away from here. And I worked at this place called Cleveland Jet Center. It's the only FBO on the entire field. So we were it. So that's where I learned how to do fueling. Fueling FlexJet, that like fraction, that like jet card fractional ownership, like on-demand travel airline kind of thingy, private jet, kind of like NetJets. Their headquarters are here, so it was fun working there. Got to fuel up a lot of, learn how to fuel and fuel in Challengers and Gulfstreams, stuff like that. That was pretty fun. It was cool to learn how to fuel. Then you'd have to go fuel the little Cessnas and get in the 100 low lead truck, and that those were such a pain in the ass. They never took as long as a jet, of course. Man, I really liked I liked fueling the jets. That was a lot of fun. It wasn't fun refueling the truck with Jet A in the winter, or receiving a loaded Jet A in the winter, because you got to stand out there the entire time while this guy's just pumping tanks. That sucked ass, and you'd have to get the thing and do the gravity. It was sucky. But there was this Falcon 50 that would occasionally stay with us. The plane was based out of Columbus, but the guy would fly up here, and he had like hangar priority with us and stuff. I never ever wanted to be the guy that was stuck doing lav service on that Falcon 50. The way the lav servicing worked was so fucking weird. That thing, man, if you didn't do it quite right, or the people before you didn't do it quite right, man, you'd open it up and you could just get completely douched with lav juice. That sucked. Hey, MTB. Anchorage to Seattle, nice. Nice, the weather should be nice in Seattle for you, I think. So, there was always, I always remember. And that Falcon 52, it was like serial number, I want to say like 3 or 4. It was old as shit. But it was cool to be working like one of the first, it was within the first 5 Falcon 50s ever built, which is pretty cool. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
ExecJet 848, contact Oakland Center 119.75.
Center on 119.75. ExecJet 848. See you.
Alaska 652, contact Reno approach 122.905. Have a good one.
Contact Reno approach Alaska 652. Oakland Center, iconic tree 34, flight level 429er.
Iconic 334, Oakland Center, radar contact. 425, contact Oakland Center 127.905. Have a good one. Alaska 425, Oakland Center. Exec 10,
We're back.
Oakland Center 127.905. Have a good one.
CMTP. Have a good night.
127.905. Exec 101.
All right, we're making our way. We're almost there. Is there a way to set? Wish there was a way to set up
Center on 119.75. Horizon Air.
to get rid of the like this is dark because it's night, but I don't want that. Like the chart is like dark because it's night, and I don't want that. So I wish that there was a way I'd get rid of that. Anyways,
Charlie, contact Salt Lake Center 132.25.
all right, let's pick up. Where were we? Oh yeah, it's talking about the Falcon 50. Well, it looks pretty cool. I'm excited to check out the updates for the A350. Man, I know this is X-Plane, but I miss Bellingham. That was such a fun airport we used to fly into, that Southwest used to fly into.
American 2428, contact Salt Lake Center 132.25.
Contact Salt Lake Center.
It looks like my Chrome like just froze. There we go. Such a neat, cool, neat little airport. Used to park over here. It was just a fun place to go to. It felt very different from everywhere else. It sucks that we don't fly there anymore. Who does fly to Bellingham?
Oakland Center, United 1821 Heavy. Good afternoon. Flight level 377.
Scheduled departures, Allegiant, SkyWest flies there. That would actually be kind of fun to do. If I learned the 175 a little bit, fly from Seattle to Bellingham and back. That's pretty sweet.
United 242, contact Salt Lake Center 132.25.
That'd be kind of cool. I think tomorrow we ought to fly the CRJ a little bit. I think some CRJ hops tomorrow would be a lot of fun. Let's look here and see. I think we might fly PSA tomorrow. We usually fly PSA out of DF Dubs. Well, let's look like tomorrow afternoon.
Oakland Center, Spirit Wings 2515, 17,900.
Corpus Christi. Ooh, they fly to Austin. Blue Streak 5357 to Austin. That's pretty cool. What does 5357 do? Maybe we'll do that Saturday, Sunday. We'll do a little Blue Streak weekend. Who are you? Emergency arrival into O'Hare. Let's see. What are you? Blue Streak 5357. Oops.
Oakland Center, Skyshare 866. Good afternoon. Flight level for 00.
Skyshare 866, Oakland Center, copy.
It's on 531 tomorrow. Dallas, Austin, Dallas, Fort Wayne. Whew. That actually sounds kind of fun. Could that be tomorrow's stream? Dallas, Austin, Dallas, Fort Wayne. And then probably Sunday, we just do Fort Wayne to Dallas. So I gotta work Sunday, so I wouldn't be back until later Sunday. Hopefully I stream on Sunday. Sunday might be the only day this week I don't end up streaming. But we'll see. We'll try to maybe make that a thing. Because that would actually be kind of fun. Do they fly Fort Wayne to Dallas? Fort Wayne to Dallas, that would be on Sunday. So that gets in at 10. So I wonder how that works. Because the crew... ...10 a.m. That's not enough time for... I don't think that's enough time for a proper layover. Unless maybe it is? Do they really land at 10 o'clock and then they turn the crew around again at 7 a.m.? That doesn't sound right. No, 10... I don't know. 10:30, so you gotta assume 30 minutes after, so that's 11. And then you'd have to assume 30 minutes prior is 6:30. That's 7.5 hours. That's not proper rest. So how does that work? What does the crew do? They must not fly back to Dallas. That must be what happens. They must not fly back to Dallas. I'm an idiot. Fort Wayne, Blue Streak, on the 22nd. That's the only flight back. So how does that work? That doesn't make much sense to me.
Flight level 320. United 59 Heavy, Oakland Center, roger.
That's odd to me. I don't know how that would work. I gotta ask my one friend who flies for PSA. I gotta ask him how this works, because that seems incorrect.
Delta 1004, contact Seattle Center 127.6, take care.
Center on 127.6, Delta 1004.
Mapping GCR, contact Oakland Center 27905.
Central 27905, mapping GCR.
Executive 622, contact Salt
Alright, I gotta find out.
25, see you.
That doesn't make... The only thing I could see is, do they deadhead in another PSA crew to fly that flight the day prior? And then deadhead out that crew that ended? That just seems extremely, how would you put it? That makes zero sense. Alright, let's look at other DFW flights, see if there's anything else that piques our interest here. There's Corpus Christi, that's pretty cool. Malloy, sweet. Lafayette, Midland, Atlanta, Lubbock. Ooh, XNA. Is there an XNA scenery for 2024? Ooh, there is. Let me see. What's in the marketplace? Okay. Wonder if I could get it for 2024. If I could, that would actually be quite fun. What does that airplane do? So it goes up to XNA Blue Streak 5103. $5103. We don't know what it ends up doing, but I can look. The 21st and the 14th. I'm sure that's the same schedule because that's a Sunday. To Gulfport. It's pretty sweet. So maybe we do something like that. Des Moines. $5131. What does this airplane do? Ooh, 528 Echo Golf, one of the first CRJ 700s I ever worked. Goes Baton Rouge, that's pretty solid. Is there a Baton Rouge scenery? I highly doubt it. Oh, that's FSX scenery, that's trash. Let's see what's new on Flightsim TO. Over to 127.95, Alaska 425, good day. Oakland Center, good day, Alaska 425, flight level 350.
Alaska 425, copy.
Ooh, the Cessna 208 for, I gotta get that black square Cessna 208.
Alaska 425, contact Oakland Center 26.85.
All the Frontier A321s. Over to 126.85, Alaska 425. Oakland Center, good day, Alaska 425, flight level 350.
Good afternoon, Oakland Center, Big Strike 143, descending via Bomber 1, flight level 208.
Oh, let's see what,
Alaska 425, Oakland Center, copy.
recently updated scenery. Is there anything cool?
461 Golf, contact Oakland Center 121.25.
Contact Oakland Center, 121.25, November 2 for 61 Golf.
Now let's go look at
Delta 2608, contact Oakland Center 119.75.
there's nothing here.
Center on 119.
Let's look at scenery, airports. Where are you at? Let's just look at the newest scenery. Flight Tampa updated textures.
Alaska 425, contact Oakland Center 121.25.
I'll have to get that really quick. Over to 121.25, Alaska 425. Good day.
Oakland Center, November.
Oakland Center, good day, Alaska 425, flight level 350.
Alaska 425, Oakland Center.
Well, that's pretty cool. I've got that now.
Alaska 425, contact Oakland Center.
Oh my god.
1.75. Have a good one.
125.75, Alaska 425, good day. Oakland Center, good day, Alaska 425, flight level 350.
Alaska 425, Oakland Center, good afternoon.
I was like looking to see if I can find, this is where I find like these really cool like little one-off airports that a lot of people I don't think don't even realize exist. I just go through here and this is how I find really cool little airports. Categories. Is there a way that I can actually set this up to... I mean, I guess it's airports. That's, I feel stupid. Sort by newest. Oh, we gotta do our day of, we gotta do geoguessr today. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, so immediately this has got to be like Sweden or something like that. Just based off of that, based off these trees as well. This feels very Nordic. Let's see, is there a sign? Will that sign help me a little bit here? It should. E45. Okay, so that's got to be like up here somewhere. I gotta say, it's got to be somewhere in here. That's the E4. So this has got to be Sweden, I guess. Do they run? There's the E45. Okay, so we're on to something here. Here's the E45. It's got to be in here, I guess. How much time I have? 47 seconds.
Expect cocktail 4, runway 1 left, at coast 4F Mike.
Alright, so I'm gonna say we're just gonna split the middle. We're gonna go right here. Oh damn. Just further south. Alright. Oh, pretty close. We were in the right country. Okay, let's see, this is the United States, because that's Rite Aid, Memorial Hospital, 7-Eleven, California Bank. Okay, so we're in Cali.
Center on 123.8, exec J390, have a good afternoon. Alaska 610 Oakland Center on the traffic management reroute for you, advise ready to copy.
Let's see if I can find a better...
Alaska 610, expect cocktail 4.
This...
Cocktail 4, runway 1 left, Alaska 610.
Is this LA? Or is this giving more like Oakland vibes? Let's see. Let's go down the street a little bit. I don't think this is LA. Unless maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't think this is LA. There's not enough. I feel like this could be like Oakland.
123.8, November 157, Tango Whiskey. Have a good afternoon.
City of Gardena. Maybe that is LA area. Redondo Beach. I feel like that definitely is LA area. I'm gonna go middle of LA, kind of like right there. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Okay. Feeling Italy. But I don't think it is. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know this this language.
Spirit Wings 2515 Oakland Center, expect cocktail 4, runway 1 left.
Expect cocktail 4, runway 1 left, Spirit Wings 2515.
This might be Spain. I think I'm gonna go with Spain on this one. We'll see. We'll see if I overthought it or not. Can I see any of the? I can't.
Contact Los Angeles Center 124.625, pack coast 4F Mike.
What does that say? What is this? Okay, so I definitely feel like this is Spain. We're gonna go right here. Oh, I was thinking it might be Portugal. Okay, well that was pretty cool. We did pretty good. I almost got every single country that time. I should have gone with Portugal. Over to 123.8 Alaska 425. Good day. Oakland Center, good day, Alaska 425, flight level 350.
Alaska 425, Oakland Center.
Man, I wish I would have gone with Portugal on that one. Gosh darn it. Knew I should have. Oh boy. Are there any airports? Actually, I want to look this up. I want to look at... Are there any airports for BeyondATC that were fixed? in the United States. So like what does this mean when they enhance it for BeyondATC? Is there taxiway adjustments for external traffic injection? Well, I guess let's download that. And then apparently there's one for LAX, I guess, as well. And this apparently fixes LAX for BeyondATC, I guess. So we'll download that. Oops.
Alaska 1297, contact Oakland Center 121.25. Contact Oakland Center 121.25.
Oh, this
Alaska
is
1297.
this is for 2020, I guess. Oh no, it says 2024. Because there is developer version. So what does all this do? So this isn't BeyondATC. This is just someone making
Southwest 2273,
Detroit.
Oakland Center, Roger.
Okay, so that has nothing to do with BeyondATC. Okay. Interesting. I put the United States as my... Okay. See if I find any cool airports here in the U.S.
Oakland Center, November 913, Sierra Bravo. Good afternoon, flight level 209er.
Oh, what's going on?
Number 913, Sierra Bravo.
What's going on, Flightsim enthusiasts? Good to see you, buddy. We're on our way down to Palm Springs. We fixed our flight sim. It's wonderful. Our flight sim is working properly. We're just chilling here. I'm just going through airports and flightsim.to, trying to see if there's any. This is where I find a bunch of like really cool like small airports and get scenery for them. That's right. I gotta remember Tucker. That's you. I gotta remember that. What is this? Featuring. Oh. Yeah, it's Fly Too High Airports. I guess I could have seen that. Good old Moab. Let's see if there's anything else in here. We'll start looking at the arrival here in a little bit. The arrival's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to fly the... I guess let's check the weather really quick while we have a second. Let's go look at the weather here in Palm Springs and see if we're still going to do runway 13, because if we are, we got that fun approach into 13. Wind is 030 at 5. I have a feeling they're using 31 now. go look at BeyondATC. Oh no, they're still using 1.3, which is pretty cool. Okay, they're still using 1.3. So that'll be a lot of fun. We're going to get the RNAV Zulu runway 13 right approach. Yes, this is the 900. Expect the Sizzler 4 landing runway 13 right, Alaska 425. So this will be a lot of fun. We're going to get the RNAV Zulu 13 right approach from Fern. So we're going to take Fern, and then it's going to be a left turn around, and then it's going to be another left turn all the way down to 13. So that's going to be a fun approach. I'm really looking forward to this one here. The Sizzler arrival. We'll go over all this here in a second. It's going to be off of Ayyy, and it's actually coming up, so we can actually go over it now. Over to center on 127.1, Alaska 425. Good day.
Alaska 1438. Contact Oakland Center 123.8. Have a good afternoon.
Contact Oakland Center 123.8, Alaska 1438.
Oakland Center, good day, Alaska 425, flight level 350. Okay, so we're going to be on the Sizzler 4 arrival here off of Ayyy. So come down here and look at the FMC, clear out all that stuff, my notes and the scratch pad. All right, so we're coming in from Ayyy to Sosa, to Kearney, to Rabble. Glarno's at or above flight level 240, Sizzler between 23 and 20, Maximo at or below flight level 190, high top at a maintain 16,000. Kirko, 280 knots at a maintain 16,000. GB at a maintain 15,000. A Mormon at a maintain 14,000. A Fern at a maintain 11,000. From there to 124, heading with radar vectors to the approach. However, we're going to be requesting the RNAV Zulu runway 13 approach from Fern. So checking that approach here. Fern is mandatory 11,000. And we're going to jacks it, maximum of 210 knots, and then it's an arc turn to high view. Golfy, scooter, girdle, maximum of 200 knots. Latzi, UGSO to runway 13 right. Final approach course is going to be 130. So we'll go ahead and set that. Which is good for us to know. And then I would assume Alaska does something similar to Southwest SOP, where if we're going to do an RNAV approach, we're going to take the highest minimums, the highest RMP value that would still allow you to fly the approach. For this approach, it'd be an RMP 0.3. What's going on, Nate? So it'd be 882. So we'll go ahead and set 882 in the barrel. We got a fun approach getting into Palm Springs today, man. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is going to be a fun arrival into Palm Springs. The current Palm Springs altimeter is 2983. What's up, Skystream? 2983, and we'll go ahead and set that once and twice here.
Skywest for 91, turn left, heading 335, vectors for the approach.
All right, there's 2983. We got that set twice, and so we're looking good there. Let's go ahead and check the prog page here. We're going to burn 2,000 pounds, so that makes it easy. It's going to be 148. Gives us a flap 30 VREF of 144. Let's go ahead and do the calculation here. So Palm Springs are going to be runway 13 right. Weight is going to be 148. Flap 30. That all looks good. All op. We're going to run auto brakes. Probably auto brake 3. Of course you did, Nate. Of course you did. How many times did you have to have the FA go sit up in the flight deck while you went to go shit yourself in the bathroom? Your day started with an open right up and you had the runs. Oh, what a fucking day. Let's see here. Wind is 020 at 5. Or 030 at 5, rather. Outside air temperature of 36. God damn, it's hot. Altimeter 2983. Nate, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. We're gonna do auto break 3 today. That's gonna work out pretty well for us, so let's go ahead and do that. Just because I can see it. Of course it happened to you.
Contact Oakland Center 123.8. Center on 123.8. Southwest 1305. Take care. Skywest for 91. Contact Fresno.
Well, good. You put it down in the touchdown zone and you kept it at 1G. So that's all we want right there, man.
157. Tango Whiskey, Los Angeles Center. I have a traffic management reroute for you. Advise ready to copy.
Affirm, ready to copy, November 157.
Okay, so we went over all that. We're landing runway 13 right, and then let's figure out where is.
Runway 20 right.
Expect OC tree, runway 20 right, November 157.
What did you eat that fucked you up, dude? Let's go check. Flight stats, we're Alaska 453. Or what are we? We're Alaska 425. We're on 453 off Sierra. What gate are we going to? Gate 10. Alright, so we're going down to gate 10 over there. That's easy peasy. Alright.
Southwest 1161, Los Angeles Center.
Wow, that's, there you go.
Alaska 425. Descend via Sizzler for arrival. Palm Springs landing runway. 13 right. Altimeter 2983.
Why you can't get spicy stuff? Descend via the Sizzler for arrival, landing runway 13 right, Alaska 425. Yeah, you can't be doing that. You gotta. I treat it like myself. Like if I have a tournament tomorrow, let's say I did. One, the last place you want to have a stomach issue is on a golf course, in a tournament as well. So you just can't. You just can't. Can I ask what did you get from the Mexican place?
Descending via events 2, flight level tree for 2.
I just want to see if you made a good choice. If it was a good dinner or lunch or whatever the fuck you ate there, if it was like a good item, then I'll let you slide on this one. But if it's a shit item and you have the runs now, that's your fucking fault.
Exec Jet 390, Los Angeles Center. Expect Suborno 1, runway 10.
Expect Suborno 1, runway 10, exec jet 390.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 3112, flight level 320.
Authentic Chipotle.
3112, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
I don't know how I feel about that.
390, contact
Yeah, I don't know about how I don't know. I kind of feel like that's.
Contact Los Angeles Center 132.85, exec jet 390, take care.
I guess that's okay. I don't know.
JetBlue 1857, turn right, heading 355. Turn right, heading 355, JetBlue 1857.
Well, that of course, most things like that are.
JetBlue 1857, clear direct Sistro. Resume mode navigation.
I would say it's like that. I would say the closest thing to like that is similar to the McDonald's. The only difference is it is good, at least for me. I like McDonald's for the first maybe like 3 bites, and then I look at it and I go, this is all shit. This is awful. I feel terrible. I'm eating shit. I feel like shit. I'm gonna shit later. It's all bad. Alright, we're gonna start the descent here. We'll go ahead and desk now. Down to 1000. Down we go. Seatbelt sign is on.
Southwest 2273, Los Angeles Center.
Alright, now it's getting cool in here. I gotta go shut the sliding door. One second, gents.
November 157, Tango Whiskey, contact Los Angeles Center 125.8.
Contact Los Angeles Center 125.8, November 157 Tango Whiskey. Take care.
Southwest 2273, maintain 280 knots.
Maintain 280 knots. Southwest
We're back.
2273.
Nathan, what kind of restaurant did you manage?
Contact Los Angeles Center 124.15. Have a good one.
Center on 124.15, United 718.
JetBlue 1857, contact Oakland Center 123.8.
Center on 123.8, JetBlue 1857. Have a good afternoon.
Mapping G Sierra, increase speed 280 knots.
Increase speed 280 knots, mapping G Sierra.
Alaska 425, contact.
Oh, leftovers. What were the leftovers of? Over to 3285, Alaska 425, good day. See, leftovers could have fucked you there. I've heard of O'Charlie's. Okay, alright, well, let's hear you out, Nathan. LA Center, good day, Alaska 425, south of flight level 274, descending via the Sizzler 4, landing runway 13 right. Okay, taco bowl. You ate a fucking leftover taco. I don't need to say anything else. Yeah, I've never eaten it at an O'Charlie's, but I've heard of it. I definitely have heard of that before. All right, Sizzlers between 23 and 20. We're gonna make that easy. They actually, never mind. So it's funny, Nathan, you talk about as a restaurant manager, you were very quick to be like, no, it wasn't this. It takes like 24 hours. So last year, almost a year ago, like to the like to the day. It was a year and 8 days ago. Last time I threw up. We're gonna try and keep that streak for like 10 or 12 years. I actually ate at the place I worked that evening and got real bad food poisoning and the next day I definitely thought, so if you, most of you don't know this about me, I really do not like throwing up. I will do everything in my power not to. If someone else is around me getting sick like that, I can't help you. There's nothing I can do for you. I'm going to run away. I can't be around it. I can't. The whole thing. The sound, the whole fucking 9 yards. I don't want anything to do with it. So I remember I woke up at like 2 a.m. that night, feeling like I was going to get sick. And man, I put up a good fight. Nate. I made it all the way to like 7:30, like 5.5 hours of just mind over matter. And unfortunately, I lost that battle. But yeah, the next day I went in, I'm like, yeah, I ate dinner at, and I got really sick. And that was the first time my manager was like, he goes, well, you ate dinner that night and you got sick that morning? He goes, that wasn't that food. Because it wasn't. Because it wasn't it. And so it's funny, Nathan, you talking about like, no, it takes 24 to 48 hours for it to get you. It's funny. Yeah, it was. My manager was the exact same way. He was like, nope, that's not it. You got to look further back. But yeah, that sucked. That was really sucky. And I was up all night with it too, so that probably didn't help either. I was so freaking tired. But yeah, that was a valiant 5.5 hour fight I fought. I know, but I can't. I don't want to. I one time made it through. I one time, years and years ago, made it through food poisoning without getting sick. It took about 12 hours, but I fought for over 12 hours, and I finally got it to go away. I remember it. I fought for such a long time. I do feel better afterwards, but it doesn't matter. I can't do it. I have to avoid it. If I can avoid it at all costs, I'll do it. Even if it makes me, even if it's worse for my body, I don't care. I will fight the bitch all the way through. 132.3, Alaska 425, good day. So anyways, March 13th, 2025. That's if I can hold on. It's the last vomit. If I can have like a 10 or 15 year vomit streak going, I'd be so happy. I want to be like Jerry Seinfeld. He had I think like 12 or 13 years. June 29th, 1987, I think. He had like a whole long streak. Oh, it's in Seinfeld. LA Center, good day, Alaska 425s out of 17,500, descending via the Sizzler 4, landing runway 13 right. It's like June 29th, 1980, and then he gets sick again on June 29th, like 1980. It was like June 29, 1980. It's on the same day because he tells George, he goes, George, can you believe it? I'm vomiting on June 29th. It was the 80 vomit. Okay, 2983. All this stuff is good. We got the seatbelt sign on and everything. Yeah, I'm a little upset I don't know the years. I know it's June 29th. I'm fairly positive that's June 29th was the
Alaska 425, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
over to 126.35, Alaska 425. Good day. LA Center, good day, Alaska 425 is out of 16,000, descending via the Sizzler 4, landing runway 13 right.
Alaska 425, Los Angeles Center. Flexjet 530, contact Los Angeles Center 128.15. Center on 128.15, Flexjet 530. Los Angeles Center, Southwest 1773, descending via Disney 6, flight level 1905.
13 years. Yeah. June 29th, 1980. The 80 vomit. Can you believe it? I'm vomiting on June 29th again. That's what it was. Can you believe it? I'm vomiting on June 29th again. Wonderful. What a show. What a fucking show. The 80 vomit. That's like me. I track it. Like I said, it's March 13th, 2025. I can tell you. 7:30 a.m. And the one before that was, oh god, I this is all like repressed memories now that I had one afterwards, so I just like try to like get rid of the other ones so I don't think about it. That had to be, oh, that was that time. Yeah, I went out to the bar and drank too much and threw up in my parents' driveway. That was a couple of years ago. Tough. It's a tough scene. But one of my friends, Adam, what a guy. He was there. He drove me home. Got sick in the driveway. He just told me to go inside, and he literally went in my parents' garage, got a hose, cleaned everything up, and then went on his merry way. What a guy. What an absolute, what a fucking guy. Maintain 280 knots, Alaska 425. All right, we're gonna maintain 280 knots for now.
Alaska 425, maintain 270 knots.
All right, we can do that. Maintain 270 knots, Alaska 425.
Skywest 3921, contact Los Angeles approach 122.95. Have a good one. Contact Los Angeles approach Skywest 3921.
I would say season 6 has got to be one of my favorites. So is the beginning, like the first like 7 or 8 episodes of season 9 is just, what is Holland? It's a country. Then who are the Dutch? Yeah, he acts, so he meets that girl, and, you know, it's great. He tells her he's from out of town, so he can try and get something going with her, and comes up with this whole, per George Costanza, a whole elaborate lie about how he lives in Little Rock, Arkansas, and works for Tyson Chicken. And, yeah, and then, of course, he tries to get a job back in New York, Resume normal speed, Alaska 425. Because then she says, you couldn't make it in New York. So then, of course, you know, he's got to show her that he knows what he's doing. So now he gets an apartment, which is his apartment in New York. And it's just, yeah. Gets traded to Tyson Chicken, convert, and then Tyson Chicken tells Steinbrenner they're going to convert the entire concessions to chicken beer. Over to 126.7 Alaska 425. Yeah, this town would eat you up. Of course, he looks, he gets so slighted. You just see his face. SoCal approach today, Alaska 425 is out of 14,100, descending via the Sizzler 4, landing runway 13 right.
Alaska 425. SoCal approach. Altimeter 298 for expected visual approach. Runway 13 right.
Expect a visual approach, runway 13 right, Alaska 425. So you tell her, okay. Alaska 425, request RNAV Zulu, runway 13 right approach from Fern.
Alaska 425, confirm new approach RNAV Zulu, runway 13 right.
Affirmative, Alaska 425. No, they do not.
SoCal approach. Altimeter 298 for expect the RNAV Zulu, runway 13 right via Fern.
Expect the RNAV Zulu, runway 13 right from Fern, Alaska 425. Alright, so it's going to be from Fern here.
Alaska 425, clear direct Fern. Cross Fern at or above 11,000. Cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 13 right.
Cross Fern at or above 11,000. Cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 13 right approach, Alaska 425. Okay, so we can already see here, you can kind of see on the ND here, this approach is an interesting one. So even though it doesn't have us slowing down yet, I'm going to start slowing this airplane down. We're going to get back to 240 knots. I really just want this to start. Reduce speed to 180 knots, Alaska 425. All right, so they want 180. I feel like that's a little slow for all of this. I'm going to be on the approach for forever. So we could do 210, that's for sure. Anyway, it was 140. I forgot to select the approach VREF. So there we go. Approach checklist, altimeters 293, approach checks complete. All right, so we can already see, actually the field is right off our right here. We can actually already see it down there. So reducing to 210, we're coming through 10. I'm gonna help it with a little bit of speed brake here. I want this thing really starting to slow for me.
Alabama 149, minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed, Alabama 149.
All right, so we've got this slowing all the way down. Let's throw the iPad away so you guys can see the flight controls. Alright, so again, it's a maximum of 210 knots at Jackson, so once we start slowing back, like here we'll go flaps 1. We'll do 200 knots. 200 knots will take us all the way to Girdle, because that has a maximum of 200 knots, so we can just maintain 200 knots all the way through. God, that looks so freaking good. Alright, so we're coming through 210. We don't need speed brakes anymore. Yep, we're just over the wind farm and on our way down.
Umbrella 149. Contact Palm Springs Tower 119.7.
We'll set it to our flap 1 maneuvering speed. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to set, it's going to be a VMC AIII approach. Normal speed Alaska 425. I forgot, since we're actually using the FMS, we kind of need to do this. So we need to set a touchdown zone elevation of 451. And the runway length is going to be 10,000, which is already in there. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, we're going to maintain the flap 1. I'm coming in on 1-3. And, I would love Palm Springs. My old boss, when I was the assistant, first assistant golf professional at the club, my boss would always go to Palm Springs all February. He and his wife would go just specifically to play golf every day. So, yeah, I need to get out to Palm Springs. Oh, gosh darn it. I forgot that it does that. If I try to just click it back a little bit myself, it just will go back to 0. There you go, I'm happy with that. Just looks so stinking good. I love the Alaska winglet too. All the colors on the winglet are just so solid.
Alaska 425, minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed, Alaska 425. Just say a minimum approach speed, and it's like corporate. When corporate tells you something, you say yes, and then you just forget about it in a week. Just say yes, start to do it, and then by the time it actually comes time to finish it, they're on to something else. Yeah, it feels like it's working properly. I don't want to look at the frames really quickly in case for some reason something's wrong. I mean, I will look at them really quick, but it should be. Yep, everything's looking fine. I'm happy with how everything's going. Let me see if it's still running. This is still running at the correct. Yep. Perfect.
Invoice 3730, leave Yagas heading 295. Expect radar vectors for visual approach.
All right, and then the field is right there, so we're just gonna hook around and land right there on 13 right.
Visual approach, runway 13 right. Invoice 3730. Invoice 3730, turn right, heading 295.
All right, let's go.
Turn right, heading 295.
Girdle is 6. It's 8.8 out. So right before girdle, we'll go to flaps 5, and we'll start slowing back.
Alaska 425, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, Alaska 425. Oh, you know what? You're right. They're not. I do remember that in 2020. I totally forgot about that. It's my first time in Palm Springs in 2024. But yeah, you're right. They're not there. Flaps 5. All right, we'll set the flap 5 maneuvering speed. You're right. I totally haven't noticed that, but you're right. Over to tower and 119.7 Alaska 425. Good day. And ground's 0.9. Palm Springs Tower, good day, Alaska 425, RNAV Zulu, runway 13, right?
Alaska 425, Palm Springs Tower, continue.
Continue, Alaska 425.
Exec at 9:37, ready to go. Runway 13 left.
They got net jets over there.
9:37, backtrack runway 13 left. Call when ready for departure. Backtrack runway 13 left. Call when ready. Exec at 9:37.
I can actually see exec jet over there. All right, landing her down, flaps 15. All right, autopilot's out, we're flying. Flaps over. All right, 4-lane checklist, speed brakes, arm to green light, landing down through green, flap 30 green light, 4-lane checks are complete. And we're rolling out onto the final here.
Alaska 425, wind 275 at 4, runway 13 right, cleared to land.
Little land runway 13 right, Alaska 425. I do know what arrival you're talking about. I think I've only flown it like once or twice, but that Scooby arrival is pretty sweet.
Exec at 9:37, ready for departure. Runway 13 left.
All right,
Exec at 9:37.
we are clear to land. All the lights are on.
Fly heading 360, runway 13 left, cleared for takeoff. Fly heading 360, runway 13 left, cleared for takeoff. Exec at 9:37.
Approaching 13 right.
500.
Speed's coming up a little bit. Got the wind. Bunch of wind
Minimums.
coming in here. There's minimums. We're landing.
Exec at 9:37, contact SoCal departure, have a good flight. Contact SoCal departure, exec at 9:37.
Oops. Shit.
5,000 feet remaining. 4,000 remaining.
All right, auto brakes 3. We're in the brakes.
3,000 remaining.
Not having GPWS callouts with Alaska is so I need to remember to turn those on.
2,000
I'm so used to
remaining.
getting GPWS callouts. It's so weird without them. There's 60 knots.
1,000 remaining.
Next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway, Alaska 425. Yeah, I gotta remember that. It's so weird not having those. Contact ground 1.9 or Alaska 425.
100 feet remaining.
Flaps up. Alright, start the APU. I don't know why it does that. Please release. Don't do that. Do I not have any builds Palm Springs either? Jesus. I don't have any scenery set up in this sim. Oh, I really need to remember to install scenery. I need to remember to check scenery. I don't. And then I have this sadness here. I swear I installed fucking any builds Palm Springs into 2024 though. I swear that I did. I swear I installed this. I swear I went through every any build scenery and installed, or I swear I went through the any builds thing and installed every scenery that they had. I swear that I did. The FPS. The FPS actually are not good again. That was flaps 30. And I don't understand why. I wonder if it is just BeyondATC. Yeah, I'll have to check because I know that I installed any builds Palm Springs. I know that I did. Alright, APU is on the buses. So gate 10 is allegedly probably, I would call it probably this day. This guy right over here. We'll just park here. Yeah, I swear I installed Palm Springs. Alright, number 2's coming off. Alright, beacon is off. That's good. Zeros. Alright, there we go. Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps, we got one on. Propane is off. Hydraulic panel is set. Flaps are up. Park and brake is set. Engine start lever is cut off. Weather radar is off. Park checks. Shutdown checks complete. I still can't get over Alaska doesn't have GPWS callouts. I need to remember to turn those on because I don't. It's so strange. You put me in a HUD and no GPWS callouts. Man, you're making it hard. That's okay, man. We made it. We had an okay arrival into Palm Springs. It was It wasn't the best ever, but... Alright, let's go ahead and ground ops, ground power, and air conditioning. Let's go and disarm all the doors. Open number 1. Well, we made it. I mean, like I said, the arrival wasn't that bad. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I really, really love this Alaska livery. I swear, I'm telling you, I am a fan of this Alaska livery a lot. Especially someone that hasn't really flown Alaska all that much, ever. I'm really loving the 900. I'm loving this livery. Let's go get away from the APU really quick here. Oh, hell yeah. Even with this crummy default scenery, it looks really, really, really good. That looks so stinking good. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way here. This is where it's at right here. This is it. Hell yeah. Oh, forgot I can't do that. There we go. Let's get the GPU on, and we'll go ahead and kill the APU. All right. So we're good vibes. Go ahead and kill that. We don't need that anymore. Please go away. Thank you. All right. Have a good night, Nathan. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. We will see ya. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down here, and call it a night. So, all right. Well, everybody, that is gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for coming around, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out. We will be back up. We'll be back up tomorrow. And I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but we'll have a lot of fun either way. So thanks so much for coming out, guys. Appreciate you being here, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.